And good afternoon to you from the DeWitt Gym on the campus of Dordt University in Sioux Center, Iowa, as the Dordt defenders get set to take on St. Francis and the Fighting Saints in NAIA National Championship second round play. The Dordt defenders come into today's contest with a 30-2 mark, while St. Francis is 25-7 overall and 15-5 in the Chicagoland Conference. You are listening to KIHK, and you're watching the Dordt Media Network, the NAIA National Championship second round. Welcome back on KIHK. Earlier this afternoon, you heard a loss for the Dordt Defender men as they lost to Oklahoma Wesleyan by a final of 75-73. The nets have been cut down, they've been replaced, and we are now set for women's basketball with a right to move on to Sioux City on the line for these two teams, the University of St. Francis and Dordt University. Good evening, everyone. My name is Mike Biker, and I'll be calling the contest tonight from high atop the playing surface here at the DeWitt Gym. Let's take a look at the matchup between these two teams. First of all, the numbers for St. Francis. They come into the game 25-7 overall, 15-5 of the conference. They outscore teams 80-64. They outshoot teams from the floor 42-37%. They convert 33% of their three-pointers and allow 25% success. They out-rebound teams 43-36. They're 9-1 in their last 10 games, and they had a win last night over Rocky Mountain. For the Dordt defenders, they are 30-2 overall, finished 20-2 in the conference. They're outscoring teams 84-62. They're outshooting teams 48-37%. They're out-rebounding teams 45-31. They commit 16 turnovers a game, and they force 18 turnovers per contest. The defenders are 9-1 in their last 10 games, and they are 4-1 in their last 5. They have now won 4 games in a row after the win last night. Dordt is led by Jeannie Bedong, 16.5 points per game and 10 rebounds. Macy Sievers, 15.4 points per game with 7.6 rebounds. Gracie Schoenhoven, 10.8 points per game with 2.5 rebounds per contest to go along with 2.8 assists per game. Sievers is also averaging 7.6 assists per game. Liv Harrison is at 10.6 points per game. Willow Bleeker, 8.5. Ellie Lem, 7.4. Desta Hogendorn, 7.0. Let's take a 2-minute break, and we'll be back with a look at the starting lineups. And we'll be back with a look at how these two teams arrived at this point right after this 2-minute timeout.
This is the moment you've been waiting for. Welcome to the Dome. In the Dome, we have a space available for 2 full-size softball fields. However, this space is also utilized by the football, baseball, and soccer teams, as well as for other various athletic events. Another great thing about the American State Bank Sports Complex is that it's not just for Dordt athletes, it's for the entire community. Whether that's high school soccer leagues, open turf time, or even a space for intramurals. Hope you stop by soon.
Homegrown. Community. Family.
Innovators.
Growth.
Faith.
Legacy.
We are dedicated to egg.
Today's Dordt Media Network livestream broadcast is produced by the students of Dordt University. Thanks for watching.
Biblical truth shapes Dordt's worldview, giving students the wisdom to serve God and neighbor through their work and in their daily lives. Do all that God has created you to do at Dordt University.
Here's how these two teams arrived at this point. First of all, for St. Francis, they played the last game of the day last night. They beat Rocky Mountain by a final of 89-79. Took the lead, never trailed. It was tied 10-10. Rocky Mountain made a couple of charges, but St. Francis was just able to basically stiff arm Rocky Mountain the rest of the way. St. Francis was led by Leilani Harris with 31 points. She was 12 of 23 from the floor. And Takara Harrison had 13 points. Simone Harrell added 12, and Abby Shepard had 14 off of the bench for St. Francis. They were 30 of 62 from the floor. For the Dordt defenders, they fought off Haskell Indian Nations. That final ended up 95-80. It was a wider margin than that. Haskell Indian Nations able to trim into the lead after the final outcome was more or less decided. Dordt got up, I believe, 28 or 29 at one point. Elected to make sure that kept people as fresh as possible, limiting some minutes. And Haskell Indian Nations cut into the lead late, but that was after the game was decided. Macy Sievers had 19 points, Liv Harrison had 17, Jeannie Badong had 17, and Ellie Lems chipped in with 10 for the defenders as they went 27 of 58 from the floor in that one. Here are your starting lineups for tonight's contest. First of all, for the Saints from St. Francis. They will start number 2, Takara Harrison, a 5'10 junior from Romeoville, Illinois, averaging 15.4 points per game. Lorelei Thormeyer is a 5'4 junior from Frankfurt. She averages 9.5 points per game. Number 4 is Simone Harrell, a 5'11 freshman from Schaumburg, Illinois, averaging 6.5 points per outing. Number 12 is Amal Ring. She's a 6'3 senior from Australia, averaging 3.9 points per game. And number 20 will be Leilani Harris, a 5'9 junior from Oak Lawn, Illinois, averaging 15.8 points per game. For the defenders, they will start this lineup. Number 2, Willow Bleeker. She is a 5'9 sophomore from Sioux Center, averaging 8.5 points per game. Number 10 is Macy Sievers. She is a 5'8 junior from Storm Lake, averaging 15.5 points per outing. Liv Harrison is a 5'7 sophomore from Lake Crystal, Minnesota, averaging 10.9 points per game. Ellie Lems is a 6-foot sophomore from Sioux Falls, averaging 7.5 points per contest. And number 35 is Janie Van Dong, a 5'10 senior from Hospers, Iowa. She averages 16.6 points per game. Off of the bench, top performers for the defenders, Gracie Schoenhoven averaging 10.7 points per game. Desta Hogendorn, 7 points per contest for the 6-foot freshman from Rock Rapids. Gracie is a 5'11 sophomore from Hospers. For St. Francis, Corinne Fromm is a 5'11 freshman from Kiel, Wisconsin, averaging 6.2 points per game. And Abby Shepard is number 10. She's a 5'8 junior from Beecher, Illinois. She averages 8.4 points per contest. Let's take another 2-minute break, and we'll be back with the opening tip. Dordt versus St. Francis. That is the Wireless World pregame show. Let's take a 2-minute break. Back with more after this.
German Farmers Mutual, protecting the farm and home since 1891. Northwest Iowa's local insurance partner. Online at germanfarmers.com.
NewTek is your partner for success when purchasing equipment for construction, manufacturing, agriculture, and other industries. Don't miss the opportunity to transform your business and redefine your productivity standards with NewTek. Today's broadcast brought to you by the Van Engelen-Hoven Agency, your trusted independent insurance agency in Northwest Iowa. Contact the Van Engelen-Hoven Agency, Sioux Center Advisors, Mark Hulsoff, Lisa Dykstra, or Kyle Blankers. Today's broadcast brought to you by Sioux Concrete Construction, Rob Sioux and owner, excelling in flat work, poured walls, and decorative concrete projects, dedicated to providing customers with a good experience and quality workmanship. SiouxConcrete.com.
Let's meet the starters for the Fighting Saints at one guard, 5'4" junior.
Well, we've got some scores to pass along to you as we wrap up the Wireless World pregame show. Women's basketball finals. Indiana Tech defeats Stillman 64-54. Campbellsville over Williams Baptist 80-64. Xavier all over William Carey 72-47. Langston defeats Blue Mountain Christian 61-59. That's part of a bracket that's been bumped back one day. They'll play in the championship tomorrow against the winner of Dakota Wesleyan and the Masters. Indiana Wesleyan leads Grandview 34-21. Freed Hardman leads Florida Memorial at halftime 38-21. Bethel of Tennessee leads Benedictine 50-41. Briar Cliff up by 1 on Lewis Clark State 46-45 early in the fourth quarter. Cumberlands of Kentucky leads Shawnee State 19-15. Marion up by 10 on Milligan 17-7 early in the second period. Dakota Wesleyan leading the Masters late in the first quarter 24-6. And Huntington leads Hastings after one quarter 24-20. Men's basketball scores from across the country. Cumberlands defeats Mobile 93-77. Life over Indiana Wesleyan 88-74. It was Bethel over Morningside 93-84. Freed Hardman defeats Spring Arbor 71-69. Grace leads Pikeville with 5 minutes left to go in regulation 59-52. Kaiser leads William Woods with 13 minutes left 57-48. Georgetown leads St. Francis 65-51. Northwestern's up on Huntington 26-12 midway through the first half. And Concordia and Baker have yet to begin. So we put another 10 minutes up on the clock. Everybody is back in their spots as the Dordt defenders bid for their third straight trip to the NAIA National Championship. Made it back in the 2020 when the tournament was canceled due to the COVID pandemic. Didn't make it with the restricted field the following year, and likely would have if the field had not been as limited as it was. And we are just about set for basketball. Opening tap is up and controlled by the team in brown, USF. So St. Francis has the basketball, and we are underway with play. St. Francis with the ball, with it on the right wing. This is Harrison. Harrison into the paint, takes it up against Macy Sievers and Takara Harrison with a two-point bucket. And St. Francis leads it 2-0. We are just underway. 2-0 our score. Pass goes right side to Liv Harrison. Harrison with it, gives it up Vendong. Vendong back over to Liv. Liv with it on the left wing. Liv Harrison looking for the pass down low. They bring the double team. Vendong in traffic, off of the glass, no good. And the rebound is cleared by St. Francis. Coming up with the basketball is Thormeyer. Thormeyer in between the circles. She passes left side to Harrison. Harrison guarded there by Bleeker. She comes back out front. This is Simone Harrell. Harrell with the basketball. Harrell down to the baseline, cut off. Rotates back over to Thormeyer. Thormeyer shot no good. And we've got a foul on the play called. That's going to be a push on the rebound against Ring. That's number 1 on her. The Dordt defenders get the basketball back after the foul call. Janie Vendong will inbound the basketball to Macy Sievers. 1 minute gone in this one, 2-0 our score. Macy throws it into the corner. Willow three from the corner, good. Willow Bleeker with the three-point basket, and the Dordt defenders lead 3-2. Willow Bleeker hit 3 threes yesterday, coming off that 9-point performance. Driving right-hand side, Harrison. Harrison gives it up to Harrell. Harrell with the basketball. Harrell gets the return pass out front. Now it goes to Thormeyer. Thormeyer, baseline, Harrison. Harrison against Bleeker. Throws it off the bottom of the backboard. Taken away by the defenders and Vendong. Here comes Sievers. Sievers stops on the left side. Sievers picks up the dribble. Back it goes Bleeker. Bleeker with it at the top of the key. Bleeker comes back over to Macy. Macy with it on the left wing. Sievers has it at the top of the key, guarded there by Ring. Comes back over to Harrison, 14 to shoot. Goes to Bleeker. Bleeker three, kaboom. 3-point basket for Willow Bleeker. She's got 6, and the defenders open up a 6-2 lead after the sophomore from Sioux Center knocks down her second 3-point basket. USF basketball. St. Francis has it. They pass it over to Harris. Down to the baseline. Harris, shot no good, but a foul on the shot called against the defenders and Liv Harrison, I believe. They're going to call that on Liv Harrison. That's number 1 on her. Free throws on the way for Leilani Harris. Harris coming off a season-high 31-point performance yesterday against Rocky Mountain. First free throw is up and good. She's got another one coming, does Leilani Harris. And a second free throw on the way. 6-3 our score. Harris, her second free throw is up, and that one is good as well. 6-4, defenders with the 2-point lead. Jeannie Vendong will inbound the basketball. They get it into Harrison. Harrison will bring it up the sideline, passes it to Vendong, middle of the floor, back over to Harrison. Harrison drives in and has it poked away from behind. And throwing the ball in now will be Harrison. Harrison triggering left side of the lane as we face the hoop. Dordt leading 6-4, 7:39 remaining. First quarter of play. Ellie Lems gets it in the corner. Ellie comes back over to Willow Bleeker. Bleeker comes back out front. Macy Sievers. Sievers with the basketball on the move. Forces it up. Shot no good. Gets her own rebound back. Loose basketball, and it's picked up by St. Francis. Now the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Dordt. It will be St. Francis basketball. $7:24 remaining. And they'll dial the shot clock down to 28, I believe. Not sure anybody secured the rebound, so I'm not sure you should reset it, or it shouldn't have gotten reset until you possess it. Must have ruled St. Francis had possession of it at one point. With the basketball is Harrison. Harrison goes over to Harrell. Harrell. And we've got a travel violation called on Leilani Harris. So the defenders get the basketball back. 6-4 defenders with the basketball, up by 2. Couple of threes by Willow Bleeker, the offense so far for Dordt. Pass comes over to Janie Vendong. Vendong hands it off to Macy Sievers. Sievers takes it up the floor, a couple of seconds to spare on the 10 seconds call. Sievers throws it, and it's tipped. No, they say it was not touched by St. Francis. It will be St. Francis basketball. So Sievers thought it was tipped. The officials say no, it was not, and it is Saints basketball. 6:55 left to go, first quarter. Right side pass, they go. Now Harrell attacking from the left wing. Harrell shot no good. Rebound cleared by Janie Vendong. Vendong with the rebound, gets it over to Sievers. Sievers into the lane. They don't stop the ball. Now she does get stopped. Feeds it back to Lems. Lems to Vendong. Vendong, Harrison. Harrison with it. Harrison right side Sievers. Left side pass, Bleeker. Thought about the three. Now Harrison attacking. Harrison with the right hand. Left side good. Liv Harrison with 2. Dordt leads 8-4, matching their biggest lead of the early contest. Of the early going in the contest. There we go, skipping words again. Simone Harrell gives it up, and we've got a travel violation called against Takara Harrison. Now for both of these teams, you're dealing with back-to-back games, and I did not have the time to go and look and see how many back-to-backs St. Francis may have played. Dordt played back-to-backs early in the year at the Northwestern Classic. It is a different game, and Gracie Schoenhoven gets called for the carry as she crosses over. Came back with a left hand and got her cupped it almost underneath the ball and gets whistled for the turnover. Back we go the other way. St. Francis with it. Could be some nerves early on for both teams. Dordt with 2 turnovers. St. Francis with 3. St. Francis basketball, they throw it underneath. Dordt collapses on the defense. This is Harrell. Harrell throw it into the corner. Right corner 3. Missed no good. And the rebound taken away by Gracie. Gracie Schoenhoven with the basketball. The sophomore up the floor. She missed the postseason last year with a knee injury. Came back in late December for the defenders. Passed over the top to Hogendorn. Corner, Bleeker. Another 3. Good. Willow Bleeker with 9 points. And the defenders extend the lead to 11-4. How about that for the Sioux Center native? 3 of 3 so far as Willow Bleeker. Painfully consistent this year. She's really settled into the role for the defenders, knocking down open shots pretty regularly. She holds the individual 3-point record for the season, nearing 80 now. I believe she's got 81 actually. Entered the tournament with 75. Off of the glass, no good by Sievers on the drive. Dordt with an 11-6 lead. Bounce pass inside, and Schoenhoven turns it over, trying to give it to Hogendorn. Back we go the other way, into the corner, three-pointer, corner, good. Three-point bucket for Abby Shepard, and just like that, it's back to an 11-9 ball game. 11-9, Defenders by 2. Sievers for the basketball. Sievers, right hand it goes, back to Bleeker. Bleeker off the dribble. Bleeker throws it into the corner, Schoenhoven. Schoenhoven, light-handed layup, good. Gracie Schoenhoven with a drive and the finish. Dordt leads 13-9. 4:02 remaining in the first period. Fast-moving first period of play. Bringing the ball up the floor. This is Thormeyer. Thormeyer throws it over to Harrison. Harrison on the left wing. Harrison gives it up into the corner. Harris. Harris guarded there by Lems. Puts it on the floor. Drives in. Shot with a right hand, and Harris gets it to go. Flips it up over the top of Lems. Gets the basket to go. It's 13-11 Defenders. Sievers with it. Sievers directing traffic out front. Macy with the basketball. Comes back right side into the corner. Bleeker, another one. In and out, no good. Rebound, though, taken down by Hogendorn. Hogendorn, the stick back off of the offensive rebound. Dordt leads 15-11. 3:18 remaining first quarter. St. Francis basketball. Next dead ball, I believe, will be a official timeout. With the basketball, St. Francis. Thormeyer with it. Thormeyer throws it right side. Harris. Harris with it on the wing. Harris against Lems. Harris fading away. Tough shot. Gets it to go. Lalani Harris fading away. She's got 6. And the defender lead is 15-13. Sievers with it on the right-hand side. Goes to Schoenhoven. Schoenhoven on the baseline, and she's held. Commits the foul, does St. Francis and Lorelei Thormeyer. And that'll be a dead ball at the 2:47 mark. Dordt leads 15-13. They'll be inbounding when we resume play. This time out brought to you by Casey's Bakery. Find your favorite bakery products at caseysbakery.com. Back with more in 30 seconds.
Welcome to Sioux Center, Iowa. Life in the center of everything. Where we connect with friends, coworkers, family, and the great outdoors. Knowing that in Sioux Center, you're never far from making the next great memory. And we grow great companies that make cutting-edge breakthroughs to make life better here and around the world. And when it's time to play, we keep friendship, family, and a bright future at the center of everything.
Hi, this is Alex with Outdoor Elements. We've been the region's premier landscape company for over 15 years. With our own in-house landscape designer, we create extraordinary outdoor spaces where you will make memories with family and friends. We do all types of landscaping, and we're the region's only certified pool professionals. We specialize in saltwater pools, which are easy to maintain and gentle on your skin. Check out our website at OutdoorElementsInc.com. We make your landscape as beautiful as your home. When you want the best, contact us at 712-476-5299 or email us at info@OutdoorElementsInc.com.
And a reminder that today's admission for all Dordt students made possible by American State Bank, American Investment and Trust, Edward Jones Investment, and Bohr & Sons. Dordt inbounds the basketball. Stella Charleston into the game for the first time. They pass it high post. Hogendorn flips it back outside to Sievers. Sievers with the basketball. Right-hand side it goes to Harrison. 10 to shoot. Harrison puts it on the deck. Harrison with the dribble, 6 seconds. Charleston, corner three, missed, no good. Rebound, pinballs around, and it's kicked out of bounds by St. Francis and Lorelei Thormeyer. It will be Dordt basketball. Well, Stella Charleston not getting jump started for the defenders. She has been that three-point threat off of the bench. And now the defenders inbound the basketball. 20 seconds on the shot clock. With it out front, Sievers. Sievers hands it to Vendong. Vendong picks up her dribble, comes back over to Macy. Macy on the double team. Macy into the lane. Her shot with the right hand, good. Macy Sievers with a 2-point bucket. Dordt leads 17-13. 2:10 remaining in the first quarter. Dordt by 4. They've led by as many as 7. St. Francis basketball, they go to Ring. Ring thought about the three, decides against it, goes back to Harris, and Harris is going to be held on the play by Jeannie Vendong. That's foul number 1 on her. Also, today's game day sponsors and supporters of Defender Athletics are Walster Plumbing, Four Brothers Bar and Grill, the Van Engelenhoven Agency, City of Sioux Center, Demco Products, Joe's TV and Appliance, Northwest Bank, Manderhags, and Van Holland Lawn Service. St. Francis gets the ball inbounded. This is Harris at the high post, gives it outside to Fromm. Fromm to Harris. Harris on the left wing. Harris picks up her dribble, goes back out front to Thormeyer. Thormeyer spins into the paint. Her shot off of the window, no good. And the rebound taken down by Charleston. Charleston with it, gives it up to Sievers. 95 seconds left to go in the first quarter. Sievers has it on the right-hand side. Sievers at the top of the key. Sievers spots up, nothing there. Looks for for Harrison. Got it to Harrison. Now the pass back over to Charleston. Ball fake. Fires it. Corner. Harrison. 3-ball. That one's going to be off the mark. And it bounces out. And it's down on the floor. Picked up by Harrison. Harrison shot no good. Rebound Hogendorn. And Hogendorn saves it off of a St. Francis player and Lorelei Thormeyer. The Dordt defenders in the early going so far from the floor, 7 of 12 from the floor, 58%. St. Francis 5 of 9. The defenders 3 of 5 from the three-point line. Dordt with an 8-2 rebounding edge thus far as well. Throwing the ball in is Harrison. Harrison's pass over the top, picked off. Here comes St. Francis and Harrell. Harrell with the left hand, missed it, no good. Rebound Bleeker. Bleeker over to Sievers. Sievers with the basketball. Macy up the floor with the right hand. Macy spotting up, right-hand side at the DU Cross logo. Macy with the drive, her shot no good. Rebound taken down by Hogendorn. Count the hoop, and she is fouled. Desta Hogendorn with the three-point play opportunity for the defenders. Dordt extends the lead 19-13, pending the free throw by the freshman from Rock Rapids. Checking into the ball game is Lorelei Thormeyer. Thormeyer will check back in for Fromm. So Thormeyer, she's a junior from Frankfort, Illinois. Fromm, one of the few out-of-state players for St. Francis. Most of them hail from Illinois. You also got Amal Ring, who checks out of the ball game. She's from Australia. And going to the free throw line for the three-point play opportunity is Desta Hogendorn, the freshman from Rock Rapids. 51.9 seconds left to go in the period. And Hogendorn makes the free throw, and Coach Bill Harmson calls, and he'll substitute. Not uncommon for him to do that. You get a stoppage in play after the made free throw and a chance to set up the defense. Ellie Lems checks into the ball game. St. Francis will bring it up the floor. This is Harrison. Harrison with the basketball, guarded by Vendong. Splits the defense, kick out pass, right side Thormeyer, missed it, no good. Rebound taken away by Schoenhoven. Ahead to Sievers. Sievers up the floor, Dordt by 7. Macy with the basketball. Macy with it on the right-hand side. And Sievers hands it back outside to Schoenhoven. Schoenhoven with the basketball. Passes to Bleeker. Bleeker at the top of the key, 12 to shoot. This is Sievers. Sievers on the right-hand side. Can't get any separation. Puts it up in traffic. Shot no good. Loose basketball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Dordt. It will be St. Francis basketball. St. Francis with it. 10.2 seconds remaining in the period. Dordt has the possession arrow. Let's see if they can get a stop and then start the second quarter with the basketball. Up the floor on a run is Harrison. Harrison, shot blocked by Lems. Rebound defenders. Here comes Sievers. Sievers, midcourt shot, short, no good. So the Dordt defenders get a stop, and they'll have the basketball to start the second period as St. Francis surrenders a 5-0 run to end the first quarter of play. 20 for the defenders, 13 for the Saints. Let's take a 1-minute break. We'll be back with the second quarter of play from the DeWitt Gym in 1 minute.
Today's broadcast brought to you by Huber's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning of Orange City. Whether you're looking for repairs, replacement, or maintenance for your air conditioning or heating system, Huber's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning of Orange City will exceed your expectation.
The Greenhouse, located in Hull and Sanborn, bringing you amazing coffee, energy drinks, breakfast, lunch, and so much more. A big city feel, only 10 minutes away from Sioux Center, with a second location now in Sanborn.
Premier Bank has always understood the value of family. We recognize that as your family grows, your banking needs change, and we're here to help you each step of the way. We'll create a customized plan for easier and better banking and support you in making the most of every dollar, today and always. Visit epremierbank.com or stop by any of the 5 Premier Bank locations in Iowa or South Dakota to partner with a bank who's ready to grow with you.
Defender basketball after the quarter break, leading 20-13. The Defenders matching their biggest lead of the ball game to end the first period. A trap by St. Francis, and Dordt passed through it. Looked like they were going to get a shot. The ball deflects out, and Harrell picks it up. They pass it left side, Thormeyer. Thormeyer with the basketball. It comes back over to Harrison. Harrison against Schoenhoven, and a foul called on Gracie Schoenhoven on the drive by Harrison. So Harrison will go to the free throw line to shoot 2. That's foul number 1 called on Gracie. And Takara Harrison, an 84% free throw shooter, will go to the charity stripe. She had 13 yesterday in the win over Rocky Mountain. First free throw is up and good. She's got another one coming. And another free throw on the way for Takara Harrison. And this one's up and hangs on the rim and falls through. 20-15, that stops the 5-0 run by the Defenders. Sievers with it, trapped by St. Francis again. Comes back left side, Harrison. Harrison with the dribble, draws 2 players to her, goes to Sievers. Sievers, cross-court pass, Schoenhoven, drives baseline, puts it up with the right hand, good. Gracie Schoenhoven with a 2-point bucket. Dordt leads 22-15. Coming back the other way, St. Francis. The Saints out of the Chicagoland Athletic Conference. Pass over to Thormeyer. She was an honorable mention selection out of that league this year. Gets it over to Harrison. Harrison to Harrell. Harrell guarded by Lems. Harrell tries to pass inside, and it's tapped away by Vendong. Vendong tips it away. Dordt in transition. There's Schoenhoven. Schoenhoven unable to knock it down. Halfway down and pops out. Would have been a 9-point lead instead. We have a foul called against the Defenders on the ensuing rebound. That's going to go on Janie Vendong, and that will be foul number 2 on Vendong, and Vendong will need to take a seat for the time being. Vendong and Schoenhoven, the sisters, check out of the ball game. And with the basketball, this is Thormeyer. Thormeyer out front. Thormeyer passes left wing, Harrison. Harrison gives it up, Harris. Harris guarded closely, puts it up. And a foul on the play called on the Defenders as Hogendorn and Lems tried to play it straight up. And the foul called on Lems. That's going to be number 1 on her. And free throws on the way for Abby Shepard. Shepard will go to the free throw line to shoot 2. First one up and through. So St. Francis taking advantage of now 5 trips to the free throw line, and they made all of them so far. Another free throw on the way for Shepard. And that one's up and off the heel, no good. Rebound taken down by Harrison, and Harrison is fouled on the play by Simone Harrell. That's going to be foul number 2 against St. Francis by my count. Foul number 1 of the period, and a missed one. There's a Mel Rang. She had one called earlier. I had that one marked down. So foul called on the rebound. Dordt leads 22-16, and Dordt will have the basketball. Sievers with it. Macy brings the ball up the floor. Macy driving in with the left hand, puts it up, shot no good. And now a jump ball called, alternating possession. It will be St. Francis basketball. 22-16, St. Francis basketball, trailing by 6. And they've got the ball back to the Saints. Thormeyer has it. Pass comes right side, settling into a defensive tussle here. Harrison down to the baseline, cut off by Bleeker. Goes back out front, Harrell. Harrell with it on the right elbow. Tries to spin. Comes back outside. 3, no good by Ring. Rebound taken away by the defenders. Here comes Sievers. Sievers up the floor. Macy stops in the paint. Throws it into the corner. Bleeker. Bleeker 3 off the mark. No good. Rebound taken down by Harrison. Now the ball's loose. Still loose, and it's going to go out of bounds. Last touch by St. Francis. It'll be Dordt basketball. They will rule a possession change, so a full 30 seconds on the shot clock for the defenders. Schoenhoven and Van Dong check in. Lems and Harrison check out. Throwing the ball in will be Bleeker. Bleeker's pass over the top, taken by Schoenhoven. Right side, Hogendorn. Hogendorn, Sievers on the right wing. Sievers for the basketball. Sievers directing traffic. Comes back to Van Dong, double teamed. Throws it out front for Sievers, 12 to shoot. Sievers, pull up jumper, rattles out, no good. Rebound, Hogendorn for the moment. Now loose basketball, and they're going to call a foul on the play against the defenders. And I believe that's going to go on Hogendorn. Desta Hogendorn has just picked up foul number 1. Bringing the basketball up is Thormeyer. Thormeyer has it on the left wing. She's got it at the top of the key, goes to Harrison. Harrison back out front. They drop it off for Harrell. Harrell kick out pass, 3 on the way. Setting up and casting in the 3 is Lauren Knight. And it's back to a 3-point game, 22-19. 6:47 and counting. Dordt had a 7-point lead at the end of the first period. St. Francis has now cut 4 points off of that advantage. Bleeker, a 3 from the wing, good. Willow Bleeker answers with her 4th 3, and the defenders lead by 6, 25-19. Dordt's led by as many as 7. And coming back the other way now is Lorelei Thormeyer. Thormeyer passes it over to Harrell. Harrell gives it up, Harrison. Harrison with it into the paint. Throws it left side, Thormeyer. Thormeyer thought about the 3. Now they get it back out front to Harrison. Harrison misses the 3. Here comes Dordt with a chance to build on the 6-point lead. Sievers all the way underneath. Shot no good. Gets her own rebound back. Gives it up to Van Dong. Van Dong bucket good. Janie Van Dong with her first basket. Dordt leads 27-19. Biggest lead of the game for the defenders. They lead by 8. Under 6 minutes left to go in the half. St. Francis for the basketball. They're in their brown jerseys. White lettering trimmed in yellow. The Dordt defenders in their home whites today. Driving right side is Harris. Harris blocked on the play by Hogendorn, and the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Dordt. It will be St. Francis basketball with 6 seconds left on the shot clock. 5:30 on the game clock. So they'll inbound the basketball out near the 3-point line on the left side of the lane. Thormeyer to trigger it. Thormeyer throws it in, gets it into the corner. 4 to shoot, now 3. Comes back to Harrison. Harrison, and we've got a shot clock violation on St. Francis. They did not realize how much time was on the shot clock on the inbounds play. Did not have any urgency, and the defenders will have the basketball. Dordt with the basketball. Harrison across the timeline. Harrison gives it up. Schoenhoven on the drive. Jump shot, good. Gracie Schoenhoven with the right hand. Dordt leads by 10, 29-19. St. Francis wants to get to the under 5. Don't want to use the timeout if they don't have to. With it out front, this is Thormeyer. Thormeyer gives it up to Shepard. Shepard back to Harrison. Harrison against Bleeker. Shot, no good, blocked. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Shot is blocked again by Van Dong. Dordt holds their ground on defense. Here comes Harrison with a chance to extend the lead. Harrison with the basketball, lost it, picks it up with the right hand. Liv back over to Schoenhoven, underneath Van Dong. Van Dong, layup good. Janie Van Dong with 4 points, and the Dordt lead is 31-19. 31-19, Dordt by a dozen. This timeout brought to you by Casey's Bakery Find your favorite bakery products at caseysbakery.com. Let's take a 30-second break. We'll be back with more from the DeWitt Gym in 30 seconds.
Hi, this is Jennifer Jansen at Epic Realty. At Epic Realty, we take pride in providing professional real estate services with integrity and expertise. Give us a call or stop by our Sioux Center office and visit our website at epichomerealty.com.
Premier Bank is proud to support Dordt University. Visit epremierbank.com for locations and more information. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
And a reminder again that today's admission for Dordt students made possible by the generosity of American State Bank, American Investment and Trust, Edward Jones Investment, and Bohr & Sons. The defenders with a 31-19 lead with 4:30 left to go in the first half. And the St. Francis Saints called that timeout. Dordt leads 31-19, and they'll try to cut into the lead. They had it down to 3 at 22-19. Dordt has responded with a 9-0 run, sparked by a three-pointer by Willow Bleeker. Pass comes right side Thormeyer. Thormeyer gives it up to Harris. Harris with it. Dordt tries to jam on the pick and roll. Picking up the dribble as Harris on the right-hand side goes to Harrison. Harrison into the paint. Her shot from the right hand, awkward shot, got it to go. She's got 6. Stops the run. Dordt over the top though. Van Schoonhoven. Schoonhoven gets free for an easy 2. Not going to say that very often. An easy 2. Those are going to be really hard to come by today. And the Dordt defenders lead 33-21. With the basketball is Harrison. Harrison to Harris. Harris puts it on the deck, down to the baseline, puts it up, shot no good off the bottom of the backboard. Rebound taken away by the defenders and Sievers. Sievers with it, left corner, Bleeker. Bleeker another one, yes. Willow Bleeker with her 5th 3, and the Dordt defenders lead 36-21. Bleeker with 15 today, and the Dordt defenders lead by 15, 36-21. Lorelei Thormeyer gets it over to Harrison. Harrison into the paint. Dordt brings the double team. Now they retreat. Goes back over to Thormeyer. Thormeyer off the dribble. Thormeyer flips it up with the right hand. No good. Rebound cleared by Lems. Here comes Dordt in transition. They get it ahead to Schoonhoven. Layup with the right hand. Good. Gracie Schoonhoven with 10 points, and the defender lead is 38-21. The defenders have outscored St. Francis in this quarter, 18-8. And they force another Saints timeout. This timeout brought to you by Casey's Bakery. Find your favorite bakery products at caseysbakery.com. Back with more in 30 seconds.
When you add up all the Wi-Fi connected devices in your home these days, you'll be surprised at how many there are and how much bandwidth they're using. Do the math. It just may add up to needing faster Wi-Fi. Premier Communications has you covered with reliable internet speeds up to 1 gig. Keep everything connected with Premier Communications. Visit us online at mypremieronline.com or call at 1-800-741-8351. Premier Communications. Looking ahead.
2:59 left to go in the half. The Dordt defenders with a 38-21 advantage. The defenders right now on a 16-2 run, extending a 3-point lead up to 17. And St. Francis right now in the danger zone. They get it right-hand side. This is Harrison trying to stop the bleeding. Harrison cut off. They get it back over to Keel. Keel shot that was Fromm. Fromm shot no good. Rebound taken away by Hogendorn. Here come the defenders on the fly. With it on the left-hand side, this is Sievers. Right side, Harrison. Harrison with it on the logo. Goes underneath Lems. Lems shot no good, but she is fouled on the play. Ellie Lems will go to the free throw line to try and extend the Dordt lead with 2:29 left to go in the half. The Dordt defenders with a 17-point advantage. Free throw by Ellie, too strong, no good. She is a sophomore from Sioux Falls, South Dakota, one of 3 players who played very sparingly last season. Actually, played mostly junior varsity for the Defenders last year. She makes 1 of 2, and the Defenders lead 39-21. St. Francis basketball down 18. They pass it off to Harrison. Harrison goes over to Thormeyer. Thormeyer, Harrison. Harrison with it on the wing. Harrison picks up the dribble. She comes back over to Shepard. 10 to shoot, down to the baseline. Thormeyer working against Sievers. Back out front, Harrison. 5 to shoot, now 4. Dordt double on the pick and roll. And another shot clock violation by St. Francis as Takara Harrison unable to get free. Dordt leads 39-21. Checking into the contest will be Gracie Schoenhoven. Checking out will be Desta Hogendorn. And the Dordt defenders Willow Bleeker will check in for Stella Charleston. So on the floor for St. Francis right now, it's Simone Harrell, Ring, Harris, Fromm, and Thormeyer. Sievers goes right side, Schoenhoven into the corner, Harrison right corner 3, good. Liv Harrison with 5, and the defender lead is 42-21. Things getting out of hand here in the second period. Dordt has outscored St. Francis 22-8 in this period. And St. Francis has the basketball, trying to stop the bleeding again. Harrell over to Thormeyer. Shot with the right hand, and finishing at the rim was Thormeyer. Thormeyer with 2. Dordt leads 42-23. Right side it goes to Bleeker. Bleeker trapped in the corner, and the pass is deflected out. Last touch by St. Francis. It will be Dordt basketball. 74 seconds left to go in the half. Winner advances to Sioux City to play the winner out of the Langston bracket. That will be decided tomorrow due to wildfires in the Langston area. Willow Bleeker with the basketball. Bleeker gives it up. Sievers, 1:10 remaining, 16 on the shot clock. Sievers with it, looking for a ball screen from Lems. 10 to shoot. Navigating, Sievers, step back 3, off the mark, no good, but there for the rebound and the putback is Ellie Lems. Lems raced to the rim, got the 2-point bucket. Dordt leads 44-23. Bringing the basketball up is St. Francis and Lauren Knight. Knight across the timeline, so Dordt should get the ball back if they can secure the rebound. Get a defensive stop, nearly tipped by Harrison, comes back over to Harrell. Harrell lost it, back out front it comes, 3 on the way, missed, no good, didn't get the rebound though. Put back attempt, no good. Ring with the putback. Amal Ring with the 2-point basket. Dordt with it, 25 on the shot clock. Schoenhoven gives it back over to Sievers, and Dordt will hold for the final shot if they can. Sievers with it, eyes the clock, 14.5 seconds remaining now. Ball's down on the floor, kicked out, picked up by Lems, and now we have a jump ball called, alternating possession. It'll be Dordt ball with 4.7 seconds remaining in the half. Dordt by 19. It was Ring moments ago who got the putback. Nobody could secure the rebound, and finally Ring came down with it, and Dordt will use a timeout. It's a use it or lose it, so the defenders will utilize the timeout. This timeout brought to you by Casey's Bakery. Find your favorite bakery products at caseysbakery.com. Back with more in 30 seconds.
Today's broadcast brought to you by the Van Engelen Agency, your trusted independent insurance agency in Northwest Iowa. Contact the Van Engelen Agency, Sioux Center Advisors, Mark Hulsoff, Lisa Dykstra, or Kyle Blankers. Today's broadcast brought to you by Cruz & Cruz, PC, certified public accountants, offices in Sioux Center and Lars. Helping you attain your financial goals is their commitment. Today's broadcast brought to you by Joyner and Zwart Dentistry, providing implants, dentures, and dental care for your whole family in a modern and friendly atmosphere.
Defender basketball, 4.7 seconds remaining. Sievers gets it into Harrison. Harrison looking down low, gets it to Vendong. It's tapped away by St. Francis. It'll be Dordt basketball. 1.2 seconds left to play in the half. Harrison to throw it in. Harrison looking, lobs over the top, nobody touched it. Sievers grabs it, 3 at the horn, off the mark, no good. And we played 1 half of basketball. 44-25, Defenders by 19. Let's take a 2-minute break and we'll be back with a recap of the first half of action. You're watching NAIA National Championship second round play on the Dordt Media Network and listening to Dordt basketball on KIHK. Back with more in 2 minutes.
NewTek is your partner for success when purchasing equipment for construction, manufacturing, agriculture, and other industries. Don't miss the opportunity to transform your business and redefine your productivity standards with NewTek. This broadcast brought to you by the Ullman Funeral Homes. Chad Ullman, Lori Ewell, and Taylor Van Witchell providing professional attention to every detail. Today's broadcast brought to you by M&H True Value of Rock Valley. Behind every project is True Value. Start right. Start here.
Hey Defender Nation, my name is Darren Kaiser and I'm excited to serve as the new athletic director at Dordt University. Thank you for tuning into the Dordt Media Network and supporting Defender Athletics. As an athletic department, we are committed to the Defender way. This means we are committed to the Great Commission, developing servant leaders, the academic development of our student athletes, and the pursuit of championships. I'm eager to join with you in supporting our athletes this year. Thank you for watching Defender Athletics on the Dordt Media Network. Go Defenders!
See Proactive Physical Therapy and Sports Rehab when the aches and pains won't go away. Visit proactivephysicaltherapy.net when you want to get back to the activities you love.
Today's broadcast brought to you by Ployne Publishing, quality printing from design to delivery. Today's broadcast brought to you by 712 Realty, a team of realtors in Northwest Iowa with the drive, care, and results you need to buy or sell your home. Visit them online, 712realty.com, leading you home.
Homegrown. Community. Family.
Innovators.
Growth.
Faith.
Legacy.
We are dedicated to egg.
Today's Dordt Media Network live stream broadcast is produced by the students of Dordt University. Thanks for watching.
(44-25), the Dordt Defenders with a 19-point lead at halftime. Let's go ahead and roll the highlights on the Dordt Media Network, and we'll recap the first half of play. Dordt trailed 2-0. Back-to-back threes by Willow Bleeker, though, gave them a 6-2 lead. Willow Bleeker ends up making 5 3-pointers in the first half on the way to 15 points, and she leads the Defenders in scoring. St. Francis able to hang in there early on. Leilani Harris had a couple of 2-point field goals. She's got 6 points for the game. Janie Van Dong got going a little bit with a couple of field goals in the second period. Takara Harrison, after a 13-point performance last night, has 8 first half points. Dordt, though, took a 20-13 lead at the end of the first period. It got cut down momentarily to 22-19. So a 3-point difference, and from there the Defenders went on a 9-0 run and eventually a 19-2 run and closed the half with a 44-25 lead at halftime. 44-25, Dordt by 19 at the intermission. A reminder that today's admission for all Dordt students made possible by the generosity of American State Bank, American Investment and Trust, Edward Jones Investment, and Bohr and Sons. Let's take another 2-minute break, and we'll be back with a look at all the numbers right after this 2-minute timeout.
Hello, Dordt University sports fans. Hope you're enjoying the game, whether you're a family or friend of a team member or a fan of the university. These players and coaches have put in hours and hours of practice, and it shows. There's one more thing that every coach makes sure the team has for each game, and that's a game plan. And no matter the outcome of the game, there's tremendous value in growth in working together as a team to execute that game plan. What about you? Do you have a game plan for your financial life? Or are you so busy with everything else that life throws your way? Now, this time of year is everyone's favorite. And no, I'm not talking about the welcoming of spring here in the cold Midwest. No, it's tax time, when we, sometimes not so willingly, file our tax returns and pay any remaining taxes due. Have you ever wondered, am I doing all I can to be tax efficient? Not just when I file my tax return, but throughout the year? And not just this year, but over the long term? And would additional tax-efficient strategies fit with the rest of my financial game plan? For over 40 years, the planning firm here in Sioux Center has been helping households build and execute their financial game plans on all the things more important than money. I'm Tom DeYoung, president of the planning firm. Check us out on the web or social media, or schedule a complimentary Discover meeting to see how a financial game plan might benefit you. We'll help you build your financial game plan on all the things in your life more important than finances, while being a good steward of the resources God has entrusted to your care. And check out our Money Concepts Radio podcast at moneyconceptsradio.com or on your favorite podcast app, where we dive into relevant financial planning topics to bring clarity to the often confusing, ever-changing rules of the game in the financial world. Enjoy the rest of the game. And remember to spend your most valuable resources, your time and your attention, on the things in life that matter more than money. And go Defenders!
We're at halftime, and let's take a look at the numbers from the first half of play. And by game number 6, the best term I can call it is snowblind at this point. Lots of papers and just trying to sift through things. Glad that you're putting up with me on a Saturday afternoon. Willow Bleecker leads the way for the Defenders with 15 points as Dordt went 18 of 33 from the floor for 55%. 6 of 11 on threes, 55%. 2 of 3 from the free throw line, 67%. St. Francis, 9 of 26 from the floor, 35%, 2 for 9 on threes, 22%, 5 of 6 on free throws, 83%. Dordt with a commanding 24-9 rebounding edge. Turnovers, St. Francis 7, Dordt 6. Willow Bleecker with 15 points. 10 points for Gracie Schoenhoven. 5 for Liv Harrison. 4 for Jeannie Van Dong. 2 for Macy Sievers, 3 for Ellie Lems, and 5 for Desta Hogendorn for their total of 44. For St. Francis, Takara Harrison with 8 points, 7 for Lalani Harris, 3 each for Lauren Knight and Abby Shepard, and 2 for Amal Ring. 3 rebounds each for Macy Sievers, Liv Harrison, and Ellie Lems. Jeannie Van Dong with 2. She is closing in on the all-time Dordt rebounding career mark, 1,099. The total that she had, that's the record. She had 1,094 entering play today, so 5 away from a tie and 6 away from the record, and she needs 4 to do that. And the Macy Sievers also with 4 assists and a steal. St. Francis topped by Amal Ring with 3 rebounds and 2 rebounds each for Harrison and Harrell. The Dordt Defenders with a 44-25 lead at halftime. Let's take another 2-minute break. We'll be back with more from the DeWitt Gym right after this 2-minute timeout.
Today's broadcast brought to you by 712 Nutrition. Transform your health and wellness with 712 Nutrition. Stop in today for healthy, delicious protein shakes bundled with a supportive community. Start feeling your best today. Looking for top-notch rental equipment for your next project? Look no further than Rental, located in Sioux Center, Spencer, Storm Lake, and Sioux Falls. Rental, your regional equipment rental experts. Visit them online, rental.com, or call 712-722-3928. Today's broadcast brought to you by Flooring and Design in Sioux Center. Whether you are building a new home, remodeling your current home, or wanting to freshen up your decor, we can help make your home as unique as you. Stop in to see us at Flooring and
Find furniture, mattresses, flooring, paint, and window treatments at your local Furniture Mart. They are family-owned and located in downtown Sioux Center.
Today's broadcast brought to you by Ski-Bout Window and Door, your local window experts. Whether you're building or replacing, Ski-Bout Window and Door has the products, people, and knowledge to get the job done right. See Ski-Bout and see the difference. Today's broadcast brought to you by Prairie Life Chiropractic, combining skill and expertise that spans the entire chiropractic, acupuncture, and physical health spectrum. They want you to move better and live better.
(44-25), Dordt with a 19-point lead with 20 minutes to go in this one. Taking a look at some of the scores from around the country and starting to fill in some finals. Here are the men's basketball games from earlier today. Oklahoma Wesleyan defeats Dordt in a very entertaining game, 75-73. The challenge was the Dordt defenders fell behind by 12 in the first half. Came back, took the lead twice. Couple of the 2-point leads, unable to build on it though. End up falling 75-73. Lucas Lorenzen led the defenders with 29 points. Ty Essen ended with 14. Oklahoma Wesleyan advances on to Kansas City, where they will play this weekend against the winner of Concordia and Baker. Men's basketball finals. It's Cumberland's over Mobile, 93-77. Life over Indiana Wesleyan, 88-74. Freed Hardman down Spring Arbor, 71-69. Was Bethel over Morningside, 93-84. Grace defeats Pikeville, 75-67. Was Kaiser over William Wood, 78-72. Georgetown drops St. Francis, 83-64. Northwestern leads Huntington, 54-36 with 15 minutes left to go in that game. St. Mary of the Woods leads Ave Maria 25-14. Concordia trails Baker by 10, 18-8. And other games still to be played. So right now the only team that looks in position to advance out of the Great Plains Athletic Conference, Northwestern, they're up by 18. The other three survivors from yesterday, two of them have dropped already, Morningside and Dordt. And Concordia leads by 10 in the early going, but there is a lot of time left in that one. Women's basketball, and I just lost that tab, so we will work to get that back. The women's basketball in the NAIA National Championship. Second round play. Indiana Tech down Stillman 64-54. They're off to Sioux City. Campbellsville defeats Williams Baptist. They're off to Sioux City 80-64. Xavier down to William Carey 72-47. Indiana Wesleyan a 71-60 winner over Grandview. Langston defeats Blue Mountain Christian 61-59. That was in overtime. They outweight the winner of Dakota Wesleyan and the Masters. That one's probably nearing conclusion at this point. Freed Hardman will advance. They're leading Florida Memorial with under 2 to go. They lead by 19. Bethel of Tennessee over Benedictine 67-52. Briar Cliff survives. They go back home to Sioux City with a win, 71-60 over Lewis Clark State. Cumberland's leads Shawnee State in the third period by 10, 46-36. Marion leads Milligan early in the fourth quarter, 55-52. Dakota Wesleyan by 18 over the Masters with 1:30 left to play in that third period. And Hastings up by 19 over Huntington, 76-57. Other women's basketball, Dakota State trails Governor State 19-11. Georgetown leads College of Idaho 19-10. Still to play, Kansas Wesleyan and Mid-America Christian and Wayland Baptist and Southern Oregon. Dordt will play the winner of the Langston bracket. That'll be decided tomorrow. Right now, Langston awaiting the winner of Dakota Wesleyan and the Masters. They'll play tomorrow due to wildfires postponing things from yesterday. Let's take a 30-second break, and we'll be back with the second half of play from the DeWitt Gym in 30 seconds.
Today's broadcast brought to you by Volink Enterprises Incorporated, building homes for families and businesses in Northwest Iowa since 1962. Let's work together to bring your vision into reality. Volink Enterprises Incorporated.
And today's live stream broadcast brought to you by Verhoof Automotive. Verhoof Automotive in Sioux Center is your local Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Chevrolet, and Buick dealer. Verhoof Automotive, worth the drive from anywhere.
(44-25), and I mentioned it a couple of times yesterday, and I would be remiss, and I would miss something huge here if I didn't acknowledge. We've talked about the sponsors who make these games possible that Dordt can host, but it does take a small army of volunteers and student employees, and we greatly appreciate them taking many hours out of their days to work today's and yesterday's contest. We were in the gym about 9 or 10 hours yesterday, and by the time all is said and done today, Dordt will have hosted about 16 hours worth of basketball over the past couple of days. And a huge thank you to our student employees and also to our volunteers on the bench as they make today's game, make it possible for us to host these games. Pass to the wing, deflected. Willow Bleeker unable to hang on to it, and it goes out of bounds. It will be St. Francis basketball. Dordt by 19 after St. Francis had missed a shot on one end. Janie Vendong gathered in a rebound. Shot no good. Long rebound, though, cleared by Simone Harrell. Harrell to Harrison. Harrison to Thormeyer. Thormeyer comes back over to Harrison. Harrison down to the baseline. Cut off there by Bleeker. Bleeker plays her straight up. Shot no good, but there for an offensive rebound. Shot no good. Rebound deflected and taken away by Vendong. She's now one shy of the record. Right side pass, it goes to Harrison. Harrison back to Sievers. Sievers with the ball. Sievers gumps it underneath, and we've got a foul on the play called on St. Francis and Mo Ring. Ring whistled for the personal. So wave off what would have been a likely 2 for the defenders and Jeannie Vendong. And inbounding the basketball will be Liv Harrison. Harrison to throw it in. Harrison looking. And we've got a hold called on Leilani Harris. Harris called for the personal foul. That's number 1 on her. And throwing the ball in again will be Liv Harrison. Harrison gets it into Vendong. Vendong, 2 players around her. Comes back to Harrison, 2 players around her. Lost it, gets the dribble back. Pass into the corner, Bleeker. Bleeker over the basketball, back to Harrison. Harrison right side, Sievers. Sievers to Lems. Lems puts it up, shot no good. Rebound deflected and picked off by Bailey Johnson. Johnson with the rebound. Here comes St. Francis. Right-hand side, Harrell. Harrell goes back out front. We've gone about 2 minutes and neither team has scored. Loose basketball. Harrison corrals it. Comes back over to Harrell. Harrell back to Thormeyer. Thormeyer into the paint. Short shot good. Thormeyer from straight on gets it over the lip of the rim. Dordt leads 44-27. 8 minutes remaining. Third period. Sievers with the basketball. Zone defense applied here by St. Francis. Sievers brings the defense to her. Harrison right corner 3. Good. Liv Harrison with the triple. She's got 8, and the Dordt defender lead is 47-27. For Liv Harrison, her second triple today. Dordt 7 of 12 from the three-point line, and the defenders knotted at 20. With it out front, this is Harrison. Harrison answering with a 3. Takara Harrison with the 3-point basket. And the defender lead is 47-30 as they exchange 3-point buckets. Pass underneath, Ellie Lems. Lems wide open. She's got 5. Dordt leads 49-30. 7:20 left to go. Third quarter, Dordt by 19. Harrison with the basketball on the right wing. Harrison gives it up, high post, Johnson. Johnson on the elbow. Johnson picks up the dribble, goes back outside Thormeyer. Thormeyer down to the baseline, and Dordt comes with a double team, and Lems ties her up. Jump ball, alternating possession, it will be defender basketball. So the defenders leading by 19, 49-30. Dordt gets the basketball. And Sievers brings it up the floor. Sievers goes to Vendong. Vendong right side, Sievers. Sievers looking underneath. They go to Hogendorn. Hogendorn back to Macy. Macy with it. Macy working. Left side it goes to Bleeker. Bleeker with it. 10 to shoot. Now 8. Willow. Pass intended for Gracie Schoenhoven on the backdoor cut. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touched by the defenders. It'll be St. Francis basketball. St. Francis basketball, Takara Harrison gets the inbounds pass over to Lauren Knight. Knight with it. Knight goes back over to Shepard. Shepard feeds it left wing. This is Knight again. Knight driving in, short arms it. Shot no good. Rebound taken away by the defenders. They're off and running. Sievers with it as Bleeker open on the right. Doesn't get her to her in time. Now the swing pass, Bleeker. Bleeker right corner, off the dribble. Shot no good, missed it. Rebound taken away by Ring. Ring with the basketball. Ring feeds it ahead to Harrison. Harrison driving in. Left hand, shot no good, and Janie Vendong has just tied the all-time rebound record, and it's thrown away by Sievers. Had Bleeker. Bleeker was open for a moment, but she had her back turned. She'll check out of the ball game. Defenders lead 49-30. Both teams have scored 5 here in the second half. 5:50 and counting, third quarter. Third quarter of play. Lauren Knight has it out front for St. Francis. St. Francis gives it up to Shepard. Shepard to Fromm. Fromm, Shepard. Shepard right wing against Charleston. And she picks up the dribble, goes to Fromm. Fromm, top of the key, left side Harrell. Harrell with the basketball, shakes right, comes back left, spins into the paint. Bodied by Vendong, shot no good. And the rebound taken away by Janie Vendong, and there's rebound number 1100 for Janie Vendong in her career. She is the all-time rebounding leader at Dordt University. She did it in one less season than Carly Gustafson. Nothing against Carly, but she did have the benefit of the extra season. Janie Vendong has done it in 4 years. That is a credit to her consistency and her hard work. Stella Charleston will inbound the basketball. Charleston looking, gets it into the corner, Sievers. Sievers for the basketball, 15 to shoot. Sievers looking, goes high post, Vendong, hands it back over to Macy. Macy right-hand side, Charleston. Charleston, 17-footer, can't get it to go, but there for the rebound is Hogendorn. Hogendorn shot is good. Desta Hogendorn with a putback. She's got 7. Dordt leads 51-30. Well, I like Stella Charleston. Still looking to shoot, even though she hasn't knocked down the triple. She's a designated shooter off of the bench, if you will. Coming back with a three-pointer on the other end is Shepard. Shepard gets the 3 to go, and she's fouled. She'll go to the free throw line now to try to cut into the lead. Charleston just a bit tardy in trying to get to the closeout. And we have a timeout on the floor. This timeout brought to you by Casey's Bakery. Find your favorite bakery products at caseysbakery.com. Back with more in 30 seconds.
Today's Dordt Media Network broadcast, brought to you by Cruise & Cruise PC, certified public accountants. Offices in Sioux Center and Lamars, helping you attain your financial goals is their commitment.
Today's broadcast brought to you by Snyder Insurance and Financial Group of Sioux Center, offering life, health, Medicare supplements, annuities, and more. Trusted service and exceptional products with you in mind since 1973. Today's broadcast brought to you by Joyner and Zwart Dentistry, providing implants, dentures, and dental care for your whole family in a modern and friendly atmosphere.
We're at the DeWitt Gym. This is the third year in a row that the DeWitt Gym has hosted the women's first and second rounds. And the Defender women have advanced out of this bracket each of the last 3 years. Reminder that today's admission for all Dordt students made possible by the generosity of American State Bank, American Investment and Trust, Edward Jones Investment, and Bohr & Sons. The Dordt Defenders with the lead, trying to slice into it, is Abby Shepard with a 4-point play opportunity. And Shepard, free throw, good. She's got 8. And the Defender lead is 51-34. Full court pressure applied here by St. Francis. Sievers with the basketball, directing traffic, gets it across the timeline. 2 players around her. Gets it to Schoenhoven underneath Hogendorn. Hogendorn puts it up, shoots it over the rim, shot no good. And the rebound cleared by Ring. Here comes St. Francis trying to cut further into the lead. Dordt led by as many as 21 at 51-30. Moments ago, they got a 4-point play, though. Ring's shot, no good. Rebound tapped out of bounds. Last touch by St. Francis. It will be Dordt basketball. So the Dordt Defenders with the lead and the basketball, and St. Francis will stay with the pressure defense. We'll see if the Defenders are able to make St. Francis pay for that pressuring defense. In the backcourt with it is Seaver. She has 10 seconds to get it across. She's got it at 24 across the timeline. Now with the right hand all the way into the paint. And the ball deflected out of bounds. Last touch by St. Francis. It will be Dordt basketball. So Dordt will be inbounding. So Dordt inbounding right side of the lane as we face the hoop. Harrison to throw it in. They get the ball inbounded to Sievers. Sievers out front, Harrison. Dordt leading by 17 with the ball. Comes back to Sievers, 9 to shoot. Bleeker ball fake, feeds it underneath Vendong, and Vendong is held on the play. Foul's going to go on Bailey Johnson, and for Johnson that is number 2, I believe. Now they're going to call it on Thormeyer, beg your pardon. That's number 2 on Thormeyer. Inbounding the basketball will be Harrison. Harrison in danger of the 5 seconds call. Gets it over the top to Sievers. Sievers for the basketball. Macy splits the defense. Lays it up with the left hand. Missed it, but she's fouled. And Macy Sievers will go to the free throw line. She's been limited to 2 points today, but she's been able to handle the pressure defense applied by St. Francis thus far. So Macy Sievers will go to the free throw line, trying to extend the lead. First one is up, rolls around and falls through. Another one on the way for Macy Sievers, the junior from Storm Lake. We get her, watch her for one more year here in Sioux Center. Second free throw skips out, no good. 52-34, Defenders by 18. Driving the other way, Harrison. Harrison off the glass, strong move, good. She's got a dozen. Dordt leads 52-36. Dordt by 16. Sievers in the backcourt, brings it across half court. Token pressure applied this time by Shepard. 18 to shoot. Sievers in traffic, back over to Bleeker. Bleeker gets a ball screen from Lems. Right side pass, it goes Harrison. Swing pass, Sievers. Sievers 3, off the mark, no good. Long rebound though, tracked down by Bleeker. Bleeker in the corner, gets it back over to Sievers, and the ball is tipped away out of bounds. It will be Defender basketball. So Defender basketball. And the Defenders pass it right side over to Harrison. Harrison down to the baseline. This is Vendong, and Vendong muscles her way to the basket and gets fouled on the play. It will be Vendong shooting free throws. So Janie Vendong to the free throw line. Gracie Schoenhoven checks in. Willow Bleeker checks out. Dordt by 16. Vendong with an opportunity to extend the lead. Free throw by Janie, up and through. Another one on the way. Vendong, an 85% free thrower. Second free throw is up, and that one is good as well. So Vendong makes them both. She's got 6. 54-36, Defenders leading. 18-point advantage. Dordt's led by as many as 21 here in the second half. Right-hand side, this is Harris on the left wing. Comes back out to Thormeyer. Thormeyer guarded by Sievers. Comes back right side Fromm. Fromm into the paint. Cut off there by Lems. Lems tips it away. Now the ball taken away by Sievers on the steal. Here comes Sievers on the jailbreak. Bounces it to Schoenhoven, and Schoenhoven is fouled on the play. Gracie Schoenhoven picks up foul. Will go to the free throw line to shoot 2. And that foul is charged to Abby Shepard. That's number 2 on her. Free throw is up. Free throw is good for Schoenhoven. She's got another one coming. And the second free throw. This one's up and good as well. So the Dordt defenders with a 20-point lead, 56-36. Took some of the suspense out of it in the second period. We'll see if that's enough, or if St. Francis has a run in them. Left side pass, Harrison. Ball tipped over the top. That was Van Dong playing free safety, if you will, knocking it away on the cross-court attempt. And the Dordt defenders will set up their defense with 12:04 left to go in the game. With it on the right-hand side, Harrison. Harrison shot in the paint. Off the mark, no good. Rebound tipped, and muscling it off of the glass is Bailey Johnson. Johnson with 2. And the defender lead is 56-38 on the putback. Dordt with the basketball. This is Sievers. Sievers on the wing, 140 and counting. Dordt by 18. That's left to go in the third. Van Dong back to Lems. Lems right side, Schoenhoven. Back it goes Harrison. Out front to Sievers. 7 to shoot. Sievers underneath for Van Dong. Van Dong has it tipped away. And with 2 seconds on the shot clock, Dordt will inbound right side of the lane as we face the hoop. So the defenders with an 18-point lead. 2 seconds on the shot clock. Harrison will be inbounding. And Harrison looking, throws over the top, finds Schoenhoven. Schoenhoven puts it up. And Dordt looking for a foul call. Instead, it's a shot clock violation. And back we go the other way. With it right-hand side. They go over to Thormeyer. St. Francis with the basketball, trying to cut into the 18-point lead. That's been as many as 21. Dordt brings the double team, and it's taken away by Van Dong. Van Dong with the steal just rips it out of the hands of the post player on the double team. Sievers has the dribble, had it poked away, now picks it up, and she'll reset it. Macy with the basketball in between the circles. Macy on the left-hand side, comes back. Van Dong, Macy on the right side, underneath to Hogendorn. Hogendorn, 2-point bucket, good. She's got 9. Well, the defenders showing a little bit of diversity today. You've got Willow Bleeker, Gracie Schoenhoven, and Desta Hogendorn leading them in scoring. And that is not how you would map up the scouting report in all likelihood. The defenders on defense now. 16 seconds remaining in the period. Dordt by 20. St. Francis has to shoot with about 6 seconds remaining. There's 3 on the shot clock, and Van Dong comes from the weak side and knocks it away. I think they're going to ask to have 1 second put on the shot clock. I am not so sure that, well, we will see what the officials decide. They put 1 on the shot clock, and St. Francis will inbound. St. Francis inbounding, and that'll be a shot clock violation, and Dordt will get it back with 5.4 remaining. So Dordt gets the basketball back, and I believe the possession arrow is pointing to St. Francis, so they'll get it to start the fourth quarter, that is. Dordt leading by 20. They've led by as many as 21. They've got 5.4 seconds to get the ball up the floor. It'll start when the ball is touched inbounds. They get it into Harrison. Harrison, 4 seconds. In the backcourt, 3. Harrison, desperation shot. Oh, had the distance, just was offline. And the defenders take a 20-point lead into the fourth period. 58-38, Dordt with a 20-point advantage. Let's take a 1-minute break. You're listening to Dordt basketball on KIHK and watching NAIA National Championship second round play on the Dordt Media Network. Back with more in 1 minute.
This is the moment you've been waiting for. Welcome to the Dome. In the Dome, we have a space available for 2 full-size softball fields. However, this space is also utilized by the football, baseball, and soccer teams, as well as for other various athletic events. Another great thing about the American State Bank Sports Complex is that it's not just for Dordt athletes. It's for the entire community, whether that's high school soccer leagues, open turf time, or even a space for intramurals. Hope you stop by soon.
A reminder that today's admission for all Dordt students made possible by generosity from American State Bank, American Investment and Trust, Edward Jones Investment, and Bohr & Sons. Thank you to those businesses. Also, today's game day sponsors and supporters of Defender Athletics, making it possible for Dordt to host this tournament. First and second rounds, Walster Plumbing, Four Brothers Bar and Grill, the Van Engelen Hoven Agency, City of Sioux Center, Demco Products, Joe's TV and Appliance, Northwest Bank, Vanderhags, and Van Hollen Lawn Service. Dordt forces a turnover on the first possession of the fourth quarter. Dordt with a 20-point lead. They've led by as many as 21. So Dordt has the basketball, and they'll bring it into the front court. With it on the right side is Sievers. Sievers underneath Lems. Lems puts it up. Shot no good. And the rebound is cleared by St. Francis. Up the floor, Thormeyer. Thormeyer with it. She goes left-hand side, Leilani Harris. Harris with the basketball. Harris back outside. It goes to Harrell. Harrell to Harrison. Harrison gives to Thormeyer. Thormeyer into the paint. Her shot is good. Thormeyer with 2, and the defender lead is 58-40. 9:05 standing between the Dordt defenders and a berth in the NAIA National Championship final site. Pass underneath to Jeannie Van Dong on the give from Macy Sievers. Sievers now with 8 assists today. Hasn't scored many points, but she has run the offense well for the defenders. Harrison with the shot underneath, no good. Now Ring gets the offensive rebound. Back outside Harrison. Harrison shot no good. Rebound out long to Harrell. Harrell shot in the paint, no good, and rebound cleared by Van Dong. Jeannie Van Dong, her 7th rebound. Here comes Sievers on the jailbreak. Right side, transition 3, Bleeker. 3, good. 6 points for 6 threes for Bleeker. Dordt leads 61-46, and the defenders will force a timeout. 63-40 our score. Dordt by 23. Misread my own handwriting. The Dordt defenders force a St. Francis timeout. This timeout brought to you by Casey's Bakery. Find your favorite bakery products at caseysbakery.com. Back with more in 30 seconds.
Today's broadcast brought to you by Snyder Insurance and Financial Group of Sioux Center, offering life, health, Medicare supplements, annuities, and more. Trusted service and exceptional products with you in mind since 1973. Looking for top-notch rental equipment for your next project? Look no further than Rental, located in Sioux Center, Spencer, Storm Lake, and Sioux Falls. Rental, your regional equipment rental experts. Visit them online, rental.com, or call 712-722-3928.
Hey Defender Nation, did you know that Dordt Athletics has over 700 student athletes that make up less than 50% of the student body? We want to invite you to join the Defender Gold Club and support those student athletes, our staff, and coaches this season. Your charitable donation helps advance Defender Athletics and the Defender Way. Last year, we were just shy of 900 members in the Defender Gold Club. Help us reach that 1,000 member mark this year. By becoming a member, you will directly support the student athletes and coaches here at Dordt University. Thanks for watching. Go Defenders.
To guard. Many nights it is Macy Sievers and Janie Van Dong being the story of the game. Willow Bleeker, though, very quietly, 8.5 points per game, her average. She has 18 today. She has gone off for 24. That was in a loss to Hastings earlier this year, one of Dordt's 2 losses. But she's been pretty consistent in the recent weeks, making 3-pointers pretty regularly. Janie Van Dong pushed from behind. No call made on the rebound, and Sievers comes up the floor. Sievers with the basketball. Sievers on the left wing. Well, any other player you'd worry a lot. Janie Van Dong, about as tough as they come. Pass goes into Van Dong. Van Dong with the right-handed layup, good. May as well reward her. Dordt gets the 2-point bucket from Van Dong. Van Dong with 10. And the Dordt defender lead is 65-40. Now a steal by Sievers. Sievers sidesteps the official, John Garrow. Layup with the left hand, good. Macy Sievers, one person to beat. That was John Garrow. Garrow, pretty nimble over on the far sideline, getting out of the way of Macy Sievers. With the right-hand side, Harrison. Dordt blowing this one open right now. St. Francis needs to get a bucket and stop the run. Fromm with it. Fromm comes back, right side over to Shepard. Shepard at the top of the key in between the circles. Pass over the top, taken away by the defenders. Here comes Sievers. Sievers on the jailbreak, and Sievers dribbles it off of her foot and out of bounds. 67-40, Dordt leading. This is a St. Francis team that went 15-5 in the Chicagoland Collegiate Conference. And well, it finally happened. I got all choked up here at the end of game 6 of the weekend. Beg your pardon. Takara Harrison inbounding the basketball, and St. Francis has it down 27. 6.5 left to go in the game. Dordt with this one in hand unless St. Francis can get cooking. Thormeyer, kick out pass, comes back, right wing, Harrison, nothing there, back to Harrell, Thormeyer. Thormeyer spins, cut off. She comes back outside from, 1 to shoot, and it's going to be a shot clock violation. Another shot clock violation by the defenders. I believe that's the 3rd or 4th today. And the Dordt defenders with a 27-point advantage. Lauren Knight will check into the ball game. Corinne Fromm will check out. Dordt inbounds. They get it into Sievers. Sievers with it. Gets it across half court to Schoenhoven. Hogendorn, Schoenhoven spins. And her shot with the right hand missed it. No good. Everything but the finish. And here comes St. Francis and Harrison. Harrison goes left side. Knight. Layup good. Lauren Knight with a 2-point bucket. That stops the run by the defenders. They scored the last 7. They lead 67-42. Sievers underneath Schoenhoven. Schoenhoven layup good. Gracie now with 14. Had a couple of made free throws. Dordt leads by 27, 69-42. Out front it comes Thormeyer. And we have a foul called underneath. And who will that go on? They're going to call Ellie Lems for that one. That's foul number 3 on her. So Simone Harrell will go to the free throw line. 69-42 our score. And Harrell's free throw is up and through. She's got another one on the way, 69-43. Well, Briarcliff has already punched their ticket to Sioux City. Hastings as well. Dakota Wesleyan looking like they're going to be playing for a trip tomorrow. They were up on the Masters. And the Dordt defenders with the basketball, they get it across half court. Harrison. Harrison to Sievers. Sievers calls for a timeout as she got trapped, picked up her dribble, and the Dordt defenders will utilize a timeout. This timeout brought to you by Casey's Bakery. Find your favorite bakery products at caseysbakery.com. Dordt by 25, 4:59 left to go in the game. Back with more in a minute.
We appreciate the mission of Dordt, but more importantly, the organization, the team of people at Dordt live out that mission every day.
Dordt University's Christian perspective is thoughtfully and authentically applied in all areas of life. Live your faith in every area of life at Dordt University.
(69-44), defenders by 25. The defenders 4:59 away from advancing to Sioux City for the third time in a row, and I believe the fifth time overall. Now sixth time they will be in Sioux City if they hang on to this 25-point lead. Left side, Sievers, 5 to shoot, into the corner, Bleeker, underneath Bendong. Bendong muscles it up, in and out, no good. Rebound corralled by St. Francis, 4:38 left to go in the game. Dordt going for win number 31 here today. Simone Harrell, shot blocked by Bendong, but out of bounds. Last touch by Dordt. It will be St. Francis basketball. Well, I don't think I'm speaking out of turn when I say I did not expect this Dordt Defender women's basketball team to make it back to Sioux City as the #1 team in the NAIA national ratings. They've spent the whole year there, and with the turnover that they had and the losses that they had to graduation, this has been a pleasant surprise. Sievers with the basketball. Sievers dribbling with the left hand. Rifles it, right side, Bleeker. Another one from the corner. That one not as much arch, and it's off the iron. Rebound taken away by Harrison. Harrison with the basketball. Harrison out of control, spins it off, and the shot no good. Rebound taken away by Gracie. Schoenhoven gets it ahead to Bendong. Bendong will be called for a travel on the layup. Got the crow hop in there. And they let it happen on the perimeter, but you go in for a layup, they're going to call it. Looked like that crow hop that has been deemed illegal as you get your feet set on jump shots now. Dordt with the basketball, St. Francis with the basketball, still down 25. 3:35 left to go in the game. Harris at the free throw line, throws it right side, Thormeyer. Thormeyer missed it, no good. Another rebound for Vendong as she closes in on yet another double-double. Janie Vendong, 10 points, 9 rebounds, and an assist so far. 3:15 and counting, ball game. Dordt with the basketball. Sievers with it. Bendong entered play today needing 6 rebounds to establish a new career rebounding record at Dordt, and she did that earlier this half. Driving in is Thormeyer. Thormeyer's shot no good, and there for good measure. Bendong rips down another rebound. That's her 10th. She's got a double-double. The defenders are going to advance to Sioux City. Just a matter of what the final score will be here. Harrison with the basketball, testing the waters. Back outside, Sievers. Three-pointer, in and out, no good. And the rebound is controlled by St. Francis. St. Francis will bring it across the timeline. They get it left side to Knight. Knight with the basketball. Comes back, right wing over to Harrell. Harrell at the top of the key. Harrell leans it up, and Gracie Schoenhoven's going to be called for the personal foul. That's number 2 on her. NAIA National Championship contest, second round. After tonight, there will be 4 Great Plains Athletic Conference teams remaining. 3 of them will be advancing to Sioux City. Macy Sievers checks out of the ball game along with Janie Van Dong. Hastings will be going to Sioux City. First time they'll be back, I believe, since 2020. First free throw off the mark, no good by Leilani Harris. A second one on the way. Dakota Wesleyan will play tomorrow against Langston for the right to move on to the NAIA final site. Briarcliff defeated Lewis Clark State 71-60. They're making a return trip after last season. Made it to the quarterfinal round. St. Francis, Simone Harrell whistled for the personal foul on the sideline. Dordt still leading 69-44. And the Dordt defenders will throw it in. Gracie Schoenhoven gets it in to Liv Harrison. Harrison with it. And Harrison gets it high post to Schoenhoven. Schoenhoven with it at the top of the key. Comes back right side. Floater by Harrison off of the glass, good. Liv Harrison with 10 points. 71-44 defenders. 150 and counting ball game. And the pass goes underneath, and we've got a foul called. And the Dordt defenders force a turnover, I believe, and it will be new players in for the defenders. Charleston, Taylor Trent, Hayden Hymanson, Mackenzie Goodwin, and Kaylee Davis. Ball inbounded to Charleston. Charleston with it in the backcourt. St. Francis will stay with a full court pressuring defense. Dordt gets it across the timeline to Davis. And they're going to call Kaylee Davis for a travel. A new player checking in for St. Francis. So St. Francis will send a new player into the fray. They throw it underneath, and the shot off the glass is up and good for St. Francis and that new player, Gray. So Gray gets the 2-point bucket. Dordt leads. Here's Brooke Smith. Smith picks up the dribble, comes back right side. Kaylee Davis. Davis with the basketball. Davis with it out front. 1:05 remaining. Goes high post to Drent. Drent, backdoor cut, Smith. Brooke ducks underneath, gets it away to Mackenzie Goodwin. Hymanson, floater in the lane, and her short shot is off of the mark, no good, and a shot clock violation on the defenders. Dordt leads 71-46, and there's under a minute to go in this one. Less than a minute to go. Dordt will advance on. They'll play the winner of Langston and Dakota Wesleyan in the round of 16 in Sioux City on Thursday or Friday of this week. They will play on Thursday. Gray gets another 2-point bucket. She's got 4. And we have a stoppage in play. And they'll reset the clock to 40 seconds with Dordt leading 71-48. And the defenders have the basketball. This is Drent. Drent in the backcourt. Drent gets it to Davis. Davis up the right sideline. They bring a trap. Goes back over to Drent. Drent left side Hymanson. Hymanson with it out front. Hymanson picks up her dribble. Goes back right side Brooke Smith. Smith down to the baseline. 9 to shoot. High post pass. Drent. Free throw line jumper. Good. Taylor Drent with a 2-point bucket. Dordt leads 73-46. St. Francis will come up the floor. Lauren Knight pass into the lane. Taken away by Hymanson, and that's the ball game. The Dordt defenders will advance to Sioux City with a 31-2 record as they down St. Francis by a final score of 73-48. St. Francis ends their year with a 25-8 mark. Dordt will play on Thursday, we don't know the time, against the winner of Dakota Wesleyan and Langston. They'll be playing that game tomorrow in Langston. They were delayed yesterday due to wildfires in the area, so we've got to wait an additional 24 hours or so to find out who Dordt's opponent will be on Thursday of this week in Sioux City. Let's take a 2-minute break. You're listening to Dordt basketball on KIHK and also watching the NAIA National Championship second round here in Sioux Center. We'll keep it right here for the trophy presentation. We want to get that online as well.
The defenders of Dordt University. They advance to the round of 16 to be held at the Tyson Event Center.
And the Dordt defenders advancing on with a 31-2 record, and I said it during the fourth quarter. If you had told me this team back in November, when November 1, when the season began and they start playing contests, they would be 31-2, I would have said, I don't know about that. But boy, they have rallied and risen to the challenge on several occasions. And a third straight trip to Sioux City for the NAIA National Championship for this team, the third year in a row that they made it to the round of 16. And the Dordt defenders facing St. Francis today, ending St. Francis's year, a fine season. The Saints finished their year at 25-8. Let's go ahead and take a 2-minute break, and we'll be back. Wrapping things up from the DeWitt Gym. They'll be cutting down the net shortly as well. We'll run through all the numbers on the Wireless World Postgame Show, and we'll be back with more right after this 2-minute timeout. We are set for basketball. Dordt in their home whites. Welcome back to the DeWitt Gym on the campus of Dordt University.
And Faber's going to come out there with the rebound. He'll clear it ahead to Wowstra. Wowstra to Benzoin.
No-look pass. Lorenzen slammed up. Beckman three. Bang, bang, bang.
For the Dordt College defenders, they're 30-4 this season. That is a school record, 30 wins.
Basic in the near wing, out on top to Jerry Moore. Lobs it to Kevin Veenstra.
In traffic, gets it to go, and he is fouled. They get it to Bendong. Bendong puts it up. Tough shot, got it to go.
0, it's a line.
And for the first time in program history, Dordt is your NAIA national champions.
Underneath, Hargens over the basket. Dordt wins. Dordt wins. The defenders win. 73 to 48 our score. The Dordt defenders with a victory and advancing on to Sioux City in the NAIA National Championship final site, the round of 16. They get the win 73 to 48 today. Go ahead and run the highlights if you will, and then we'll get back to the cutting down of the net. On the Dordt Media Network, Dordt led 44-25 at halftime, and St. Francis never able to really put together a run. Liv Harrison, she ends up with 10 points for the day, a couple of threes. She had one in the second half. St. Francis, Abby Shepard had a three. She ends with 8 points off of the bench. The defenders limited Leilani Harris. She had a season-high 31 yesterday. She was held to 6 points today. Macy Sievers was limited offensively. Not a great shooting night for her, but she still finds her way to 10 assists and 3 steals. And the Dordt defenders come away with a 73-48 win. Taylor Drent, the final points of the day for the defenders. And the final 73-48. Dordt wins it by 25. The final numbers for the defenders. Dordt 29 to 55 from the floor, 53%, 8 of 16 on threes, 50%, 7 of 9 on free throws, 78%. Dordt with a commanding 39-24 rebounding edge. Dordt committed 15 turnovers. St. Francis had 17. Dordt was led today in scoring by Willow Laker, 6 of 9 from the three-point line, 14 points for Gracie Schoenhoven. She was 6 of 8 from the deck. Liv Harrison and Janie Van Dong each had 10 points. Desta Hogendorn had 9. 2 for Taylor Drent, 5 for Ellie Lems, 5 for Macy Sievers. For St. Francis, 13 points for Takara Harrison, 9 for Leilani Harris, 7 for Abby Shepard, 6 for Lorelei Thormeyer, 4 for Keja Gray, 2 for Bailey Johnson, 5 for Lauren Knight, 2 for Amal Rang, for their total of 48. The defenders led in rebounding by Janie Van Dong. She also becomes the career all-time rebounding leader at Dordt University. She now has over 1,100 career rebounds in her 4 seasons. She records the double-double today. After that, it was 6 rebounds for Desta Hogendorn and 5 for Gracie Schoenhoven, 4 for Macy Sievers. For St. Francis, Ring had 7. Simone Harrell had 6. The defenders advance on. They'll play the winner of Dakota Wesleyan and Langston. Those two teams will be playing tomorrow due to the wildfires in the Langston area yesterday. They had to clear the campus, and they got back to play today. And they both won today, so they will both play. They will play each other tomorrow for the right to move on to the NAIA National Championship final site. I think that just about does it. We do have to do our player of the game as well, and I have not told the folks back in the truck who that will be, so I'm going to do that right now, and we will get to our player of the game in just a moment. In the meantime, I will tell you about the other scores from around the nation. Men's basketball earlier today, Dordt loses a heartbreaker to Oklahoma Wesleyan, 75-73. The Eagles advance on. Dordt season ends with their 4th loss. They finished the year, I believe, what that end up, 28-4. And Oklahoma Wesleyan makes it to the round of 16. Northwestern a winner over Huntington today, so they advance back to Kansas City for the 2nd straight year, 80-66. Concordia down to Baker right now, 14 points, 53-39. Women's basketball, 4 out of the 5 GPAC teams have survived up to this point. Now Dakota Wesleyan has to play tomorrow, so we'll see if 4 are able to make it to Sioux City or not. In the GPAC, it was Hastings defeating Huntington 90-66. And Briar Cliff defeated Lewis Clark State 71-60. And it is time now to name our player of the game. Today's player of the game brought to you by Ross Hoekstra. With State Farm serving Sioux County and the tri-state area. Call Ross at 712-722-0806 for all your insurance needs. Stop by the Sioux Center office next to Dairy Queen. State Farm player of the game today, going 6 of 9 from the three-point line, scoring 18 points, Willow Bleeker. Willow Bleeker is your State Farm player of the game. Well, I believe that is just about going to do it. It is time to roll the credits. This has been a production of a partnership with Sioux County Radio, the Dordt Media Network, and the Dordt University Athletic Communication Office. Dordt Media Network is under the direction of Rich Lodewijk, and the Athletic Communication Office includes Matt Boss and Josh Tatton. Both those Dordt entities are staffed primarily by Dordt University students. Our Sioux County Radio broadcast engineer today was Nathan Brook. Dordt Media Network operators today, Noah Zylstra, Evan DeYoung, Tyler Vandermolen, Sean Solano, Lynn Marie Termolen, Parker Freeman, David Awibowo, and Marin Hedinga. For everyone here at Dordt University, have a good evening.